All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled "The Spirit of America is Failing." Now, I got inspired to do this lesson because I was watching this documentary right here. It's called The Soul of America. And pretty much, it was showing a lot of history, and it was showing a lot of reactions. And, there was asking people questions about how they feel about society today. And it was pretty much circling around this one individual who's getting ready to write this book about how he feels about the direction of America and, the way that it's headed. And pretty much, when you look at this documentary and everything like that, it really, it opens your eyes. A lot of these things that they showcase, we already know about. But when you really just look at it, you can tell that, America doesn't have that much longer, man. You got an Edomite over here writing a book about the country. And he's pretty much saying the direction that they're heading today is pretty much they're heading to a direction where it's going to be their demise, man. They're going to fall. And they're going to fall miserably. And that's written in the scriptures, man. But I got inspired to do this, though, because of this one clip that I recorded on my phone and everything like that. Because when it came up, I was like, damn, I'm like, let me get this on my phone so then, I can make a lesson out of it, Lord willing. So I'm going to play this clip right here. And then we're going to jump right into the scriptures.
2016. How did it happen? Two numbers, I think. One is 17%. That's the percentage of Americans who say they have trust in the federal government to do the right thing some or most of the time. That's down from 77% in the mid-1960s. Woo! So that's a huge trust gap.
Play it again. Play it again.
2016. How did it happen? Two numbers, I think. One is 17%. That's the percentage of Americans who say they have trust in the federal government to do the right thing some or most of the time. That's down from 77% in the mid-1960s. So that's a huge trust gap.
Now, that's instantly showing you that the majority of the people in this country do not trust their government, man. That's why I named this video "The Spirit of America is Failing." Because because the powers that be, the illuminated ones, the banking families, the elites, they're controlling things behind the scenes, and ultimately they're being controlled by Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. But they're controlling things right now, and they're orchestrating things to move forward to their new world order. And one of the things that's happening is, they're starting to be exposed. They're starting to be exposed of everything that they are known for. And everything that this world has presented to the people is all lies. People can't trust in the things that they receive anymore. Like we always say, like the food, you can't trust the food. The air is polluted. You can't trust the water. OK, they over here telling you that you got to take the magical waters. And you already know what I mean when I say the magical waters. They telling you to take those, and those are failing. OK, everything that they're giving you is not for a cure, and it's not helping you within the long run, because Esau doesn't want to help you in the long run. He wants to profit off of you, and ultimately he wants to own you, rule over you, and control you. This is why they're moving in the direction of the digital era, which is going to lead into the RFID chip, all right, which is the MOB. All right, so at the end of the day, he just said right there, back in 1965, pretty much the majority of the people was like, yeah, man, we trust this place. And I always spoke about that because I was like, look, back in the day, things were a lot more easier. Things were cheaper. The entertainment was better. Everybody had more sense, back in the day and everything like that. Everything just seemed like it was flowing together. And then, one of the reasons they had to do that was because they had to get the people to trust in them at that time. So then fast forward in the future, people won't rebel against them, man. Okay. And that's I forget who wrote that quote, but it was like give them much circus and entertainment, and they'll never rebel against you. They'll never say anything They're to stay in order and stay in line, and pretty much they just follow whatever you tell them, whatever they tell you to do, whatever they tell you to do, you're going to do it. And that's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know, the entertainment was top notch. The fashion was top notch. The food was top notch. Okay. But now everything is slowly declining, just like the trust of the people. Everything is slowly declining, man. And everybody sees that America is on its way to the bottom, man. All right. Ultimately, already been at the bottom because America started failing really around that time. As soon as, you know, as soon as slavery was over, that was already their fall right there, man. You know, but at the end of the day, that was a beautiful thing, man. You know, let's go to Matthew 12:25. And it's saying, Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. People are more divided than ever. Okay, that's why, you know, a lot of people don't have the trust in this country anymore, man. Because, you know, certain people are over here, certain people are over there. Some people trust in what, you know, the president say. Other people like, nah, man, I can't trust you. You over here falling up steps 3 times, you know. They starting to see that they behind green screens and everything. They reading off scripts. A lot of people are starting to wake up to what's really going on, man. And that's why, you know, this country is becoming divided, and already been divided anyway, man. Your own government is ruled by what? Senates and Republicans, you know, Democrats, Republicans, and everything like that. You know, it's already divided within the power. So you already know the actual people going to be divided too. And verse 26, it says, and if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? How shall his kingdom stand? It won't. It won't, because we already know that Esau, the so-called white man, he is the physical counterpart of Satan. All right. And at the end of the day, if this place is divided, you know, how can this kingdom stand? It won't. Like I said, because his own people is getting ready to rebel against him, man. That's why, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to see a lot of these people that's in the so-called rulership seats. A lot of them are about to drop dead, man, because a lot of them are going to be shot or kidnapped or whatever the case may be, man. All right. Because, you know, just like we saw in 2020, you know, a lot of these citizens were running up into these governors' houses, protesting in front of their houses and everything like that. Just like with the officer that killed George Floyd. You know, a lot of them was like, look, man, we ain't waiting for no verdict or anything like that. We just going to go ahead and take it straight to the key, man, which is where you live, your resident. And that's exactly what it's going to be, man. And that's why, you know, ultimately, you know, America's already divided. But then, you know, the other powers, you know, the other countries and everything out here, they're going to realize America's bullshit. And then they're going to destroy America ultimately anyway. All right. And that's, you know, that's when World War III is going to pop off. And that's when America is going to be destroyed in 1 hour. So now let's get Isaiah 19:1. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. And it says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst thereof. All right. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. That's what we getting ready to see, man. We getting ready to see, you know, your own neighbors, the people that you thought was cool. You getting ready to see them go against probably you, or you getting ready to see them, you know, go against, you know, these different, what's the words, unrighteous decrees and everything like that. They not, you know, about to tolerate any more of these things that's getting ready to happen or what's going on right now. All right. So it's going to be the Egyptians against the Egyptians, meaning it's going to be America against America, meaning it's going to be everyone within this country fighting against one another, man. All right. Then it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. You know, people going to be scattering everywhere, man. They're going to be scattering everywhere. The spirit of America is going to fail, man. That great feeling of the American dream of coming over here and, you know, making a lot of money, having a big house with the white picket fence and the 2-3 dogs and, you know, the kids and a nice car and everything like that. Then you get to retire at like 60 years old, you know, all of that, man. All of that is getting ready to be done away with. All of it, man. because America is getting ready to be turned into that great police state. And once that happens, ain't nobody gonna be thinking about, actually succeeding here. All right. That's why a lot of the rich people are already fleeing away from here now, because they know what's getting ready to happen over here, man. They don't want anything to do with it. But the people, the regular people like me and you who's dwelling, in this country, who's not, in the truth, they out here blind, man. They out here blind to the fullest. So that's why, when the Lord get ready to do these things, it's going to come as a thief in the night. And people are going to be thrown off, man. In verse 4, and it says, and the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. And, when you read verse 4, that's speaking about Yahushua, because he is going to be a cruel lord over this earth. Okay, because he's definitely going to put Esau in chains and these other heathen nations. And he's going to get rid of 2/3 of his own people. But he's going to rule the earth, man. All right. He's going to rule this place the way it should be ruled. All right. So now let's get 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword of their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So that's plain. These people are not going to be thinking about, their presidents or their governors or their mayors or anything like that. They're not going to be looking for advice from them anymore. Just like we just saw in that clip. All right. A lot of people are not trusting in the, in these, in the media or these doctors, these lawyers, and the people I just named before that. They're not trusting them no more, man. So they're not going to regard their kings nor their princes. They're going to start attacking these people, man. Okay. And then they're going to start doing things that's going to be way worse than what we saw in 2020. 2020 was ugly, man. They were burning down buildings and everything like that because of the BLM movement. And that's another thing that's getting ready to happen is the Civil War. All right. Civil War is definitely coming back. All right. And that's going to be another thing that's going to make this country fall. All right. And that's going to be another reason to bring in martial law because of these different things that's getting ready to happen like that. That's why I said, for the sword in their destruction drive nigh, one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, man. It's about to be a lot of violence out here, man. Okay, because you got to remember, man, when you get to the point where you don't trust anybody, now you got to keep your guard up and do things according to the way that you feel like it should be done, man. And one of the ways that people feel like things should be done is going to be by violence. They're going to be like, look, man, let's just get rid of whoever is the problem. We not, they're going to be like, look, we're not looking for no easy solution or anything like that. We're going to be like, look, we're just going to eliminate the target, man, eliminate the problem. That's what's going to start happening, man. And anybody that's standing these people's way, hey, that's what it's going to be. But at the end of the day, this is what's going to happen, man. There's going to be a lot of dark times that's getting ready to go down. So this is Job chapter 8, verse 10. And it says, shall not they teach thee and tell thee in other words out of their heart? Can a rush grow up without mire? Can a flag grow without water? While it is yet in its greenness and not cut down, and withereth before any herb. So are the paths of all that forget the Most High, and a hypocrite's hope shall perish, whose hope shall be cut off, and whose trust shall be as a spider's web. All right. That's exactly, these people's spirits right now. Their trust is as a spider web. All right. Because the majority of these people are hypocrites. They claim they're one person on social media or whatever, but in reality, there's somebody else and everything like that. And then, especially our people who claim that they believe in the Most High and everything like that, they honor the Lord with their lips or whatever. But when it comes to actually worshiping him fully with their heart, it's far from him. All right. That's why, their hope is going to be as a spider web. They're going to hope for protection and everything like that. Some place where they can dwell at, or some place where they can feel safe, but it's going to be thrown down immediately. All of their hope is going to be eliminated immediately. That's why I said that's a spider's web. But I want to bring this scripture out as well, because, hey, the people that's trusting in this government, the ultimate power, their trust is as a spider web, man. When you go, somebody trying to shoot you or whatever, or slice you, you get behind a spider web. What's that really going to do? It's not going to protect you at all, man. Only thing they're going to do is just move that spider web out the way, and then the rest of the evil is going to come through. And that's exactly what's getting ready to happen here. All right. So anybody that trusts in this system, that's what your future is going to be like, man. You're going to be standing behind a spider web and you're going to be thinking that you're going to be all right, but it's going to be something completely different. Let's get one last scripture. Let's get Isaiah 47 and 1. And it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." Okay, so when the Lord returns, he is not going to greet this place as a man. He's going to come in his full glory, his full power, and he's going to come here angry. All right, because they're being exposed right now. America is being exposed for who they really are. Okay, and now they're ashamed, especially because of the prophets that's out here, the apostles and the elder bishops and the different elders and brothers out here pushing this word, man. They're being exposed by them. Okay, and now since they are ashamed, now they're trying to do something about it, and ultimately they're gonna, like I said, that's when the next lockdown is gonna come in, and the digital era is gonna come in. You're gonna start seeing these police and these armies and these troops and these drones and these robots and the tower's gonna get turned on, and all kind of things gonna get ready to happen, man. And they're gonna unleash that wrath, and that's ultimately the wrath of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai on the left hand side to bring judgment upon the world, man. But like it says in verse 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon," which is America. "Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." This place it's not going to be known to be the place where everything is just A-OK. You got the riches. You can come over here and live easy and you just getting away with everything or whatever. It's not going to be like that, man. Since they've been exposed, it's going to start with their own country, man. It's going to start with their own country. Their own people is going to fight against each other, and they're going to help bring this place down. And then ultimately the Lord is going to come back with the angels, and they're going to finish the job, man. They're going to finish the job, and then they're going to put you in chains where you deserve to be. All right, where you deserve to be. So at the end of the day, the spirit of America is failing, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a Yapa thing, man. For real. So Lord willing, man, this is the year of the turn up, man. So we're going to be seeing a lot of things. It's going to be a lot of things that's going to happen, but we got to make sure we stay in the faith. So make sure you keep that faith and stay occupied in prophecy, man. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Richaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ra Tazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.